I've got a question here by Hev652. I want to buy an investment property as my first purchase. I just have no idea where to look. That's a great question. I just recently helped a first home buyer purchase 2 properties in Queensland with an income of $65,000. Now, let me clarify by what I mean by help. I help the client in terms of helping them get the home loan. In terms of the property itself, the client used a buyer's agent. Now, you can see over here the client's first property is $260,000. I obviously blacked out the address for privacy reason, but it was in Australia in WA. And the client here chose to borrow at 80%, which means the client had to come up with 20% plus stamp duty, which ended up to be $65,000. And look at the rent that you can get, $350 to $360, and the vacancy rate is pretty low. So if you get $350 times 52 weeks, the rental income per year is $18,200. And if you get that figure, which is the rental income divided by the property value, the yield is 7%. Now that's pretty good comparing to Sydney, which the rental yield would be maximum 3.5%. I mean, sometimes 3% if you're lucky. Now the client went with Bank West and the interest rate was 2.79% variable interest only, even though there were other cheaper rates, but the client chose Bank West for, brand purposes. But then you look at the profit analysis, $260,000 times 80%, the loan will be $208,000. At 2.79% with BankWest variable rate interest only, the repayments per year will be $5,803.20. Let's be super conservative and add in council rates per year and $2,000 of miscellaneous costs. For example, repairs, fixtures, whatever. Total cost of owning this $260,000 property will be $9,403.20. And remember what the rental income is per year, $18,200. And yes, I know a lot of you say, well, what about agent fees? Yes, let's deduct agent fees. Ends up to be a profit of $14,560 per annum of rental income. Now take away the home loan repayments, expenses, and council rates and miscellaneous, you're left with a profit of $5,156.80 per year positive cash flow. Now, while we were waiting for this property to settle, the buyer's agent recommended another property. This property was in Emerald and it's a villa and it's $150,000. And this one can collect a rent of $270 to $300 per week. Times this by 52 weeks, that's $14,040. Divide that by 150,000, which is the contract price. That's a yield of 9%. Now, by doing the same maths with $150,000 times 80% down to interest, council, minusing the agent fees after the rent, that's a positive cash flow of $6,084. Now, let's add that to the first investment property, to the second investment property. That's a positive cash flow of $11,240.80 per year. Again, this client is on a $65,000 income. And once these 2 properties settle, this person will be making money while they sleep. Hopefully that gives you motivation to start looking. And thank you for the question.